So, when do you want me to stop? When do you need me to stop?
I don't need you to stop.
Well, I need to put food in here.
I'm alright, I don't want to eat. I had a packet of cheese biscuits. I don't want to eat.
That's going to keep you going, isn't it?
I just want to go home. Go home. You want to go home. I want to go home. So drive.
Okay, when do you need to go use the toilet?
I don't yet.
That's okay then. Carry on.
There'll of course be more on those attacks across the BBC this evening. But let's turn now to Ukraine. The BBC is among the first media organisations to gain access to some of the first villages liberated in Ukraine's counter-offensive. Our correspondent James Waterhouse has sent us this short report from Eskuchna, one of a cluster of 4 settlements in the eastern Donetsk region.
What is clear is that this is a different kind of liberation. There isn't anyone left to welcome Ukrainian soldiers, for example. Buildings have either been destroyed or riddled with bullet holes, suggesting very close quarter fighting. This isn't a front line which had a complex trench system. We've just crossed over a stream on a makeshift wooden bridge. And what is also obvious is that the Russians are trying to take back what was lost. They are in higher positions over the brow of the hill, and we can hear the exchange of artillery, not being fired close by, but we can hear the whistles overhead. It's a very strange eye of the storm we find ourselves in, and it's an example.
Slow traffic on M5, traffic jam ahead, between M5 J22 and M5 J22, 3 minutes delay. You will arrive at your destination at 9:29 p.m.
Interview on the Today programme this morning, Paul McCartney dropped a big bit of news.
When we came to make what will be the last Beatles record, it was a demo that John had that we worked on. We just finished it up. We released this year. We were able to take John's voice and get it pure through this AI, so that then we could mix the record as you would normally do.
Now, we don't know the name of the new song yet, but it's thought to be based on a John Lennon composition from 1978 called Now and Then. We couldn't get Paul McCartney ourselves, but we have got the next best thing. Steve White, who performs as Macca in the bootleg Beatles tribute act. Hello, Steve.
Hi there, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Is this exciting news to you?
Oh, yeah, it's incredible. I mean, you know, obviously being a fan of the Beatles, a huge fan of the Beatles, you know, the possibility of another song is just, wow, it's phenomenal.
Because we have had new songs, haven't we, from the Beatles since they broke up in 1970, the last few years?
Yeah, which obviously, you know, at the time, nobody realised that there was a possibility of anything like that happening back then. And then, of course, when that did happen, everybody thought that, you know, the chances of anything else were very, very slim. But now, with that announcement, you know, I think probably the world's going to wait with bated breath.
And I mean, the 2 singles that were previously released, one was Free as a Bird, the other Real Love. I mean, they haven't really gone down as classics, have they, since they were released?
Probably not as
Did you play them?
Well, we have done occasionally.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I mean, they're still Beatles songs at the end of the day, and you know, fans far and wide around the world know the songs and love them. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah. And how do we know where this song came from? I read somewhere that it was on a tape that John Lennon intended to give to Paul McCartney, or maybe he did. Tell me where we think this has come from.
Well, I mean, I think probably only Paul knows that, and possibly Ringo. But I mean, obviously there's lots of speculation that when the Real Love and Free as a Bird came out, I think there was more than just those 2 demos that they were able to work upon. I think there was others, at least one, I think, and then I think that one got shelved for whatever reason. So, you know, possibly it could be that, you know, I don't know.
And so Paul McCartney said that they were using AI to make this work. Do you understand what they're doing with it?
Well, I don't understand the ins and outs of AI, but you know, there's been a few things I've seen on YouTube and stuff like that where AI's been used, and I've got to say, it's very, very interesting, very fascinating.
Yeah, and I think we saw, didn't we, in that recent multi-part documentary, how they'd cleaned up songs and separated sort of the music big track from the voices.
Yeah, I mean, to think that when something's been recorded for many years just on, you know, single track or two track, and you know, the option of being able to separate that has happened. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, that sort of technology is amazing.
But we think this is it, do we? I mean, you probably know more about the Beatles than almost anybody. There are no rumours of other buried gems ready to be released.
I don't know. I can't be sure. I don't know. Who knows? We didn't think it was possible last time, and it was. You know.
Right. And I mean, the enduring appeal. Obviously, this is your profession. You're playing tonight. You're in France, aren't you?
Yes, we're actually completing our French tour of France. We're actually in Annecy at the moment, which is the place where they suffered some terrible atrocities recently. That's the venue that concludes our tour. Yes, it's been a wonderful tour, by the way.
And is it what do people want to hear? Is it the very earliest material, or is it the latest stuff?
Well, I mean, all of it is just magnificent music, you know, and I think, you know, we try and depict several eras throughout our show, several, you know, eras of the Beatles' career, and everybody loves each and every era differently, you know, and each era goes down just as well as the one prior to that, you know, so it doesn't matter which part of their career you do, everybody just loves it.
Well, Steve White, thanks for sharing your excitement at the prospect of a new Beatles track at some point later this year. Here is Adam Fleming.
Let me give you a word that conjures up headlines, disagreements, and the image of a big red bus. Brexit. It's all been so perplexing. But 7 years on, I'm wondering, how is it working out?
It's made it incredibly difficult.
I'm Adam Fleming, and I'm unwrapping what's really happening on the ground for British businesses across a variety of industries.
Out of every challenge, there does come an opportunity, and it's about finding that opportunity.
I'll speak to the people making it work, hear from the experts, and delve into the data to try and understand how Brexit's affecting us. Listen to Brexit, a guide for the perplexed on Radio 4 and BBC Sounds, next Monday to Friday afternoon at 1:45.
And now the weather forecast with Stav Delaires. Hi, Stav.
Thank you very much. Good evening to you all. Another very warm, even a hot day across the UK with widespread sunshine and temperatures reaching above 30 Celsius again. In fact, this is the first time we've seen temperatures reach 30 Celsius and above on the 13th of June in UK history, which makes it pretty interesting. But we saw 31 Celsius in Porthmadog in northwest Wales, and that is also the hottest day of the year so far this year for Wales. We saw 30 Celsius Hurst-on-Soar in Sussex and Blackpool in Lancashire, 29 Celsius Prestwick, south west Scotland, and 28 Celsius in Armagh in Northern Ireland. Now, there's plenty of sunshine for most continuing over the next few hours. However, it's not been dry everywhere. We've had some pretty intense showers and thunderstorms affecting northwest Scotland, parts of Northern Ireland. We've got lots of flash flooding, which has occurred in some of the heaviest storms across the Highlands. Now, as we head into tonight, these storms and showers will fizzle out certainly over the next few hours, and then many places will be drier with clear skies overnight. You could see a little bit of mist and fog developing here and there, particularly across western Scotland, Northern Ireland. We've had the day's showers, but there could be the odd mist and fog patch further south into parts of England and Wales too. And with the humidity levels continuing to drop, it's going to begin to feel a little bit fresher. So tonight, another mild one, but not as muggy as it has been. Temperatures ranging from around 5 to 11, 12 degrees. So into tomorrow, though, we start off on a cooler note. There will be some mist and fog around that should tend to lift and burn, and then we should see plenty of sunshine once again with high pressure overhead. A bit more of an onshore breeze affecting the eastern side of England off the North Sea, so temperatures close to the coast, the high teens, low 20s, more like the low 20s, but further inland with that strong sunshine. Again, it's going to be another very warm day into the afternoon, temperatures reaching the mid to high 20s Celsius. There's just a chance of us seeing 30 Celsius once again in one or two spots. Similar stories we head into Thursday and Friday. There'll be plenty of sunshine around, but some subtle changes though as we get into Friday and the weekend. We start to see a weak area of low pressure moving in off the Atlantic. That will again destabilise the atmosphere, and we could start to see more high cloud developing across western parts with a few showers or thunderstorms developing. As we push into the weekend, it looks like things will be a little bit more unsettled. I think the further east that you are across the UK, then it'll tend to stay largely dry with some sunshine. There will be a few showers and thunderstorms springing up as we move through the weekend, though. It looks like these showers or storms will merge together.
Let's get the travel news to Jules Buckley.
Hi Gareth, thank you. Issues coming into me to the east of Wrexham. Huller Lane by Broxton Road, slightly slow and partially blocked at the scene of an accident. Is queuing down the A494 towards the Achatami crossroads, so one to note. Off the A55 down toward New Brighton. M4 improving, but still slightly slow westbound as you head through towards the Bringlass tunnels. I'll be back with more in 20 minutes.
BBC News at 6 o'clock. This is Caroline Nichols. Good evening. The first stage of the inquiry into how the government handled the COVID pandemic has begun.
Was the UK properly prepared for a pandemic? Was the response to it appropriate? And can we learn lessons for the future?
A mother and her partner have been found guilty of killing her 9-year-old son during the coronavirus lockdown. Police are questioning a 31-year-old man after 3 people were killed and 3 others injured in a series of attacks across Nottingham.
Everybody, all professionals on the front are keeping an open mind as to what the precise motive might have been.
The BBC has been to one of the villages in Ukraine seized back from the Russian invaders.
What is clear is that this is a different kind of liberation.
Slow traffic on M5 J22. Traffic jam ahead. Between M5 and M5, 2 minutes delay. You will arrive at your destination at 9:32 p.m.
Expected to try to tame inflation. The inquiry into the government's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic has been told the UK may not have been very well prepared at all to deal with the crisis that claimed more than 220,000 lives. The first public hearings have taken place in the initial stage of the inquiry, which is focusing on how prepared Britain was for a pandemic. Opening proceedings, the inquiry's chair, Baroness Hallett, said the bereaved would be at the heart of the investigation, which is expected to last for 3 years. Our health correspondent, Dominic Hughes, reports.
As the participants in this long-awaited inquiry arrived to begin the first day of evidence, they were greeted by dignified vigil, being held by those who lost family members and loved ones during the pandemic. In her opening statement, the chair of the inquiry, Baroness Hallett, acknowledged their protest.
Their grief was obvious to all. It is on their behalf, and on behalf of the millions who suffered and continue to suffer, that I intend to answer the following 3 questions. Was the UK properly prepared for a pandemic? Was the response to it appropriate? Can we learn lessons for the future?
The inquiry is expected to last at least 3 years, although Lady Hallett said the reports would be published as they progressed through the 6 modules. She then introduced a deeply moving film in which family members told their stories of loss and pain, and the guilt they've been left with for not being able to do more for their loved ones. This is Hazel from London, who lost the father of her child.
I'm angry. I need questions answered. I'm just still hurt. I'm still upset. And it's been years now, and we're still upset. And it's not going to go away just like that.
And the families of the bereaved have legal representation in the inquiry from Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, as well as the UK-wide COVID Bereaved Families for Justice group. Their barrister is Pete Weatherby KC.
Proper planning, adequate resourcing and swift action saves lives. From the family's perspective, it appears that the UK had none of those 3 things. They want to know why, and they want it to change.
Tomorrow, the inquiry will begin hearing from witnesses, among them experts, government ministers and civil servants. It promises to be a long and complex investigation.
The former head of the civil service, Lord O'Donnell, has been asked to submit written evidence to this first part of the inquiry. He's concerned that the wide remit of the investigation will mean it takes many years to conclude, the most successful inquiries of recent times having had a far narrower scope.
Taylor inquiry in football, right? Sorting out how to make sure that we don't have that sort of thing happen on the football ground again. Robin Butler in Iraq, successful on how do we handle intelligence within governments. Inquiries can do
After 1.6 miles, take the exit 22, M5J22, towards airport.
Between junction 22 for Burnmont-Sea to junction 21 at Western Superman. There is queuing traffic after an earlier incident. Travel time is expected to be 20 minutes. The lorry driver's also heading northbound. There is now fuel supply restored at lorry pumps at Michael Wood Services. That's between junction 14 and 13. For the A303, looking busy for both directions. That's between Polymore and Sparkford. In Taunton, lots of traffic across the town due to the road closure on each street. The Ricks roundabout, that's busy for all approaches, and queuing traffic on Upper High Street, Mary Street, Ambridge and Castle Street. And heading out the town, there's also slow-moving traffic on Wellington Road. Across the huge Episcopi roadworks causing queuing traffic on Somerton Road. That's for both directions. To Bridgewater, the usual busy hotspots on the Broadway and St John Street going both ways. And down to Yeovil, there's congestion on Sherborne Road for both ways, and the Cargate Link Road heading towards the Cargate roundabout seems to be moving slowly. No issues on public
After 800 yards, take the exit 22, M5J22, towards airport. Then, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A38. Take the exit 22, then go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
So I'm going to press on and trusting those. Right, there are always queues here to come off, so it's not entirely surprising. But something is going on up the he's just said on the
After 500 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A38, towards airport.
And I don't know what's right here.
Follow M5 towards the Midlands for 109 miles.
Yeah, Patty's saying 24 minutes this way, but I reckon you could lose all that time.
Oh, they're queuing, aren't
So
they?
here's something going on.
Oh, there's a flashing light. Perhaps it's coming together or something.
I'm quite keen to do it.
It's 50.